Tanner and Nick Nairn. Hello. Very good. Good to have you here.
Hello, young man. Hello.
Right,
Hello.
I know you're way up there in Scotland, but what about your neighbours? Do you get on well with them, or do you live close enough to sort of, you know?
Yeah, well, on my left, it's my mum and dad, and on my right, it's my sister and her husband and their 3 kids.
But isn't that too close for comfort, though?
We are the Waltons.
Yeah.
And it works, yeah. Everybody, you know, you can sort of stick your head out at night and go, night, Dad.
I know.
No, I think we've all learned to, you know, a bit of space and a bit of privacy and stuff.
I know,
like
you
that.
never run out of sugar. What about you then, Mummy?
True.
Yeah, I mean, I live in a terrace street and I get on well with everyone. Actually, I used to live with my younger brother and he ran off with the girl next door.
Ooh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple of people on the programme today who are neighbours, but they're the best of friends. I personally think that's very rare indeed, especially in London. Let's find out more as we welcome from London, Marie-Claire Alfonso.
Hi, lovely to meet you. Hi, lovely to meet you.
Yeah, so can you lean out your window and have a bit of a wave then and say, hello, darling, morning?
Actually, yes, I can see Bridget's front garden from my window, which is supposed to be my study, so I probably look out the window a bit too often because I'm always sort of waving out to her and her kids and everything, but it's really nice.
Quite rare in London, though, that, isn't it, Marie-Claire? It's kind of the idea of, sort of being close to someone that lives next door. Normally we're just very respectful, aren't we? And just hello and you know, the odd Christmas party or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's the first place I've lived where, you know, everyone's just been so friendly and, you know, just real kind of community feel, so it's really nice.
Lovely. Yeah, nice. Well, I know that Bridget also has an allotment, so let's see what you've got in your bag. Give it a good old shake for us. Oh, now, this looks like a bistro bag and a lot going on here, Marie-Claire. Tell us what you've got.
OK, well, I've got some butternut squash, which I love and I know is really, really popular at the moment. And I've used in a few things, and recently soup with chilli, which was delicious, but just want to come up with a few more ideas for that.
Sure.
Brie, which I love, and it's quite indulgent, actually, because I love cheese, but I don't buy it very often, but I've never cooked with it, so I'd like to try something with that. And chicken, because it's kind of great to cook with. It's a good staple, but it's kind of always perceived as a bit boring. So
I know.
I'd like a few suggestions, a few, you know,
come
some inspiration.
I know. You go out and you kind of think, oh, what they're going to do at the chicken then? How they're going to jazz it up?
Exactly.
How much did you spend along with the bulgur wheat peas and your sunblush tomatoes?
£7.56.
Oh, 6p over we are. I'm not going to moan about that. You could have got a smaller butternut. Hey, what do you think, Chef?
I think that's a great bag and we're going to come up with some lovely little inspirational dishes.
There you go. Hey, he's feeling confident, isn't he? We'll see how he fares in about 20-odd minutes' time. But first, she mentioned her friend Bridget, her neighbour, so let's welcome her. It's Bridget Viollis. Did I get that right, Miles? Yeah, how are you? Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Come on, Nick.
How you doing?
Hello.
So, great friends?
Yes, we are.
Is that difficult? And do both of you have children, or what?
No, I've got 2, and Marie-Claire just has herself and her
Does she
friends.
babysit?
All the time, yeah.
It is so convenient. I think it's kind of important to have a friend like that, you know, someone who gets you out the house, maybe.
Oh, she's wonderful. She really is. She's very sociable as well, so it's made it very easy for me to get on with her. So, yeah,
those are the key things. OK, let's have a look in your bag.
Right, so...
What do we got here?
Oh.
Well, obviously, the allotment.
That is from your own allotment, is it?
Spinach.
OK.
Possibly a few other things in there. Duck.
Little beasties.
Yes, I'm afraid so. And the duck, because normally I have red meat, and I thought, well, duck, nice alternative. And chanterelle mushroom, because I've had them before, picked them in the wild, but I thought it'd be nice to find
These
something.
aren't actually chanterelle. These are what they call grey legs. Yeah, they're a winter chanterelle.
Oh, there'll be a little smack on the wrist, me and you. I thought they were chanterelles too. Don't worry, Kathy.
To be absolutely technically
We
correct.
didn't have a name tag on them when we got them.
I know. The man in the shop said they were chanterelles. I'll tell you, puff pastry and the old speck. How much did you spend?
And £7.53.
Yeah, lovely bag. And you're
smashing, yeah.
impressed with that, aren't you, Chef?
Very much, yeah.
OK, I think they really start thinking of that, the old sort of restaurant-style things. They see all these lovely ingredients. Have a chat, and I'll come back and see you both shortly. OK, Marie-Claire, let's find out what James is going to be cooking for you then. Go on,
Right, then, we're going to do chicken and chips with a twist, right? So we're going to use the chicken, we're going to stick some brie in it, some sunblush tomatoes. Nick, if I could have a bit of your spec, I'll do a little exchange for something, yeah?
What have you got to trade with?
I've got loads, you choose something.
A bit of cheese, actually, some brie.
I'll give you back a bit of brie for a bit of spec, because then we can wrap it around that, seal off the chicken. We're going to do some spiced kind of fries. It sounds weird, but I'm going to spice them up in a char grill pan, bulgur wheat crust.
Butternut squash fries.
In the oven. Yeah, exactly.
Lovely,
Right,
OK.
a bit of pea puree to sit it on, maybe a pea brie and mint soup. And also I'm going to try something different, because this is like rice. We're going to put vanilla and orange through it, cook it out on a stovetop and do a kind of pud with a bit of bulgur wheat.
How does that sound, Marie?
That sounds fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. You're not the only one, but let's see what Nick's got for you then.
Well, I think we'll do a nice tart with these shallots and some of the spinach and a lovely bit of that brie and some of that nice speck over the top. And then that sort of restaurant dish with some of the duck and a little puff pastry and a lovely sauce made from these yellow leg mushrooms, bit of spinach underneath. And there's a nice salad kind of thing going on in here with the spinach and some tomato and some bit of speck and the chilies through that. Maybe a nice chili dressing actually to go with that. And we might try and make some palmiers, you know, these little puff biscuits stuffed with some kind of pesto-y type thing that we'll figure out how to make as we go along.
How does that sound?
It sounds very tasty. It sounds lovely.
Sounds gorgeous. British delighted. Marie Claire is absolutely delighted. But will they be the best of friends in 20 minutes? We're about to find out. As I say, ready, steady, cook! Yay! We've got all sorts. OK, and over here, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. All sorts of wonderful things going on. We've got chicken and chips,
right,
but the chips come in the form of the butternut squash. We've also got the chicken that's going to be stuffed with a bit of brie and the lovely sun-blushed tomatoes. Some nice pea puree and bulgur wheat cooked down with some vanilla and orange. Interesting. Over here, duck en croûte is going to be provided for you this side. And we've got some speck that's going to be mixed down with a little bit of the old spinach. We've got a nice... you've got yellow legs, don't you?
Yellow legs, yeah.
Yellow legs and the beautiful sauce to accompany our duck. And the puff pastry, palmiers, all sorts of wonderful things.
Great job.
Coming your way in the next 20 minutes. OK, let's find out how our chef intends to deal with this. There we are. We've got some bulgur wheat here. Now, a lot of people get put off, don't they? They see it, they think, oh, it's a bit too grainy, a bit too healthy. It's a wonderful product, very, very nutritious. How do you like to use it then, James?
Well, I'm braising it. So what I'm going to do is I've just got chicken stock in some now. It's going to take about 15 minutes. It does take a while to cook, yeah?
Yeah.
So water in there, chicken stock. In a moment, we're going to put a bit of onion in there as well, some garlic.
Do you have to rinse it out first,
Have we got
or
bay
not?
leaves?
Yeah, we've got bay leaves at the top
this
there,
is
Chef.
pre-dried stuff, so it's all right.
Yeah.
OK, got a bay leaf. How many bay leaves in
One
there?
bay leaf in there will be lovely.
OK.
And then we're going to
Couple of small ones
stick
in
a what we call a cartouche over the top of it.
OK.
As well.
And what about that sweet variety that you were talking about? Is that
Well,
something...
this one, I'm going to... Because it's so similar to rice, I'm going to cook it out with a bit of milk, a bit of vanilla.
OK.
Vanilla pod, obviously, a bit of double cream at the end. And we're going to get that on in any moment. But the first thing, I need to get this chicken on as well.
OK, you carry on, Chef.
It's
I'll
quite a
whack
big
that on
boy.
for you. It just takes a little bit of time to get done, so that's why I'm helping out our chef here. All right, carry on then. Talk to us about that chicken.
Right, so chicken, I'm just cutting it through. Now, the thing is, I don't want it too thin. I want to cook this so it's nice and plump, because basically I don't want it to dry out.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take a good old wedge of the brie as well. We're going to add such like so. You don't want to go too mad, because it will just ooze out all over the place. Onto that, we've got some sun-blushed tomatoes, a bit different than sun-dried, more sweet of a flavour and also a bit more moisture.
And what do you think of that product, sun-blushed tomatoes?
Well, they're all right, you know, you can whack them through
They're nice and
pastas
soft.
and
A lot of
stuff
people
like
think
that.
the sun-dried ones are a bit too chewy, aren't they? They
Yeah.
think, oh, should I soak them because you can get them a little bit dry?
Exactly. I mean, these are lovely in a salad. You know, like tuna with niçoise, with egg dressing and stuff. I love that kind of thing. Few olives with it. Perfect.
Beautiful. Love them in salads, just sort of tossed in salads and stuff like that.
Definitely.
That does make a difference.
All right, Nick.
OK. A big fan then. You
how
like
many
the sun-blushed
slices do you need for that, sir?
Yes, I do,
please.
yeah. Actually, I had them with butter beans. Really, really nice. And some fresh rosemary.
Yeah, just
Yes.
sort of tossed together, popped into a pan. OK,
Right.
we're talking about a lady who has her own little catering company here. I don't know, it might be a big catering company. We'll
No,
be talking
it's
to her
a very,
about that later.
It's a very little one.
A
Just
very
started.
little one. Yeah, you have to start somewhere.
Fine slices, young man.
You're a star, Nick.
OK, 3 minutes gone already. Bit of speck has been handed over in
Beautiful.
exchange for a nice piece of brie, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't often happen on the programme. We don't encourage it. We like to put the pressure on our boys, but in this case, it really does need to
this is
sort of
gonna make
wrap all
it,
those
though.
lovely flavours in
Look
there.
at that. You see what I mean? How big it is. So what we do is char grill pans on. That's one of the first things to do.
Lovely.
Get that heat in there.
What did you want to find out?
I'm not sure what I'm doing with this.
OK, do you want them just sliced up?
Just dice, please.
Diced?
Diced, yeah.
OK, so it needs to be a bit thicker.
Okay, oh, that's okay. You've got this little bit down here. Okay, just dicing that up. This is the best way of kind of dicing that.
I want to learn how to do that, see?
Well, you
I can't do that yet.
There you go. You just go down there.
Okay.
Away. Okay, lovely.
Thanks.
All right, Chef, now, what would you normally use? A bit of speck, or would you be more inclined to go down the old pancetta or bacon?
Nice.
Yeah,
all them
Parma
kind
ham?
of things, Parma ham and stuff like that. All these products have got brilliant flavours, and it really shines through.
Yeah.
And it just helps enhance it all, really.
Okay, beautiful. It comes through, just really gives a lovely flavour
So
to the
we're just
chicken.
sealing it all off. It's important to seal it off, and I really want to get that pushed down like so. Get it nice and crispy. I'm going to whack the oven up. It's almost on full, 240-ish, on a baking tray, which you've got down here. Then we're going to put them straight in the oven.
Lovely. Look forward to coming back and seeing that. Let's get down to the red tomato kitchen here. Find out what the chef is going to do with his brie that he's been given down there. We've also got a bit of speck. We've got the duck. Tell us about this what you've done here,
Duck,
chef.
just slash the back of the duck end, just to let the fat escape, so it crisps out nicely. No oil in the pan, a little bit of seasoning onto the fat side.
Sure.
And down it goes skin side in, so it sort of crisps up nicely. I'll turn it over, whack it in the oven, and it'll take about 6 or 7 minutes in the oven. And I've also put the trimmings in, the fat trimming in here, because they'll fry up nicely, they'll get nice and crispy, and then I'm going to chuck them into my salad. And I'm going to use the duck fat, okay, to make the dressing for the salad.
Okay.
It's a bit naughty, but it will taste divine.
Oh, dear. Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
He
sounds
said the
quite good
naughty
to me,
word.
yeah.
I know. We all like a naughty word, don't we? We all like a bit of flavour when you just, especially when you eat beef or something like that, you just need, sometimes you need that fat there, doesn't it?
I think so.
Introduces wonderful flavour. Everything in moderation, ladies and gentlemen. That's the secret. Not overdoing it. Now, these are fantastic spinach leaves. Just look at them. Nick, are you impressed with these organic leaves?
Beautiful.
Here?
I mean,
Nice and
absolutely fantastic produce things.
Yeah.
Really
Are they from
impressed.
your allotment?
They are, yes. They come complete with a couple of slugs and a few holes. And,
Yeah.
Yes, very organic.
Oh, lovely. Slugs and holes and something we normally get put off by, isn't it? But quite honestly, it means it's just so fresh. And and do you actually notice the difference in flavour?
Yes, definitely. They are a bit tougher at this time of year. They get a bit bigger at this time of year.
Yeah.
They are. They taste gorgeous.
Lovely. And how long have you been at the allotment?
I've been about 7 years.
Oh,
I started
right.
when I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And, yes, dug over the first year.
Is it nice, therapeutic and just
It's
nice and...
beautiful. The sunshine and just the
Very
weather. the
sociable,
open-
isn't it, Bridget?
Very sociable.
Oh, you've been
not-
there, have you?
I have actually. I only just started going about 6 months ago. Bridget's been very good. She's been going for years. But I have to say, it's dispelled all the myths of, you expect to see, like, Grandad just sat there on his chair with his cup of hot cocoa. It doesn't happen.
What do you get there? Loads of young blokes walking around in their vests?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, dear. That's what she comes down there for, then.
We have artists.
I sit and observe. No, I do just some work
Did you hear that,
sometimes.
eh?
I did,
Did you
yeah.
ever go to an allotment? Or
Well, Mrs. Nairn has her own organic garden
did she really?
in front of the school.
Hey, when you
And,
go up to Scotland, you can have your own organic garden, can't
Looking
you? eh?
forward to it. Yeah.
Especially out there. It's so
Well,
lovely.
it's very, very hard work.
Yeah.
And I do, because the school kind of looks out into the garden, and I'm kind of working away doing my stuff, and there's Mrs. Nairn out there, and weeding and digging. It's really hard.
I know, but it's so good for the soul.
It is,
13
yes.
minutes to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Right.
talking about
Do you wanna
duck
flip
this
that over
side.
for me?
And the duck is cooking beautifully. The chef did say that he didn't add any fat whatsoever. And already the amount of fat that's coming out of here is just extraordinary. So we'll just look at this, give you an idea of the amount of fat that's already, I'm just going to pop that here, coming out. Now, remember, there was no fat in there whatsoever to start with. And just loads of it escaped. And this doesn't matter because he wants to crispen up the rest of his duck anyway. So therefore, don't add any oil to your pan when you're cooking duck. We've got the shallots cooking down. You've taken them off the heat. Why is that, chef?
Just because they're very finely sliced, they don't need too much cooking. Now, for this little tart, I'm going to try just a little sort of cut halfway through around the outside. So the idea behind this
This is a petivier.
Well, it's not really a petivier. It's an open tart.
Okay.
And I haven't done one of these for ages.
Okay.
Kind of classic sort of French thing. And there's plenty of... Try and stop it. It will still rise, but I can knock it all back down again. Okay. Once it's done. So we take that like so, and then we take some of the shallot mix.
12 minutes now,
Okay.
12.
This takes about 8 or 9 minutes, so we're still okay. And spread that over the top of the tart, like so. So that's a nice little base for it. And then we'll take some of this beautiful brie and just squidge it down, like so.
Ooh, squidge.
And then, this is a good word.
Squidge.
Squidge that brie
word.
down.
And
Like so.
how is this different to the petivier? The petivier's got that
cover
lovely
on it.
puff pastry.
Yeah.
You've got that beautiful almond sort of paste inside it that just cooks down, and it's just magnificent. A little layer of jam sometimes some chefs like to put in there.
If it's a sweet one, yes. This is a savoury one.
Okay.
So that's down like so, and a little bit last minute on top there. A little bit of freshly ground black pepper.
Yeah, doesn't that look lovely?
A bit of egg washed around the edge.
There you go. Oh, wow. Can't wait to see that, eh, ladies? Does it look good?
Into the oven.
Yes, all very excited about that.
Thank you very much.
We're coming back down to the red tomato kitchen after I found out what James is doing down here. So it's back in the green pepper kitchen. We've got 11 minutes to go. We've got vanilla pod that's going inside. Remember, we have the lovely bulgur wheat there, and that's all sort of cooked down. I'll give you an idea. Just look at that. Beautiful. It's cooking down with all the vanilla pod and everything in there.
Ainsley.
Orange juice is going in there now. That's all been squeezed in. It's going to be fabulous. The flavour that's just going to come through there. Already smells really aromatic.
Ooh.
OK, you've got a bit of a toasty bread going on here.
Yep.
These are for your crushed peas, aren't
No,
they?
these ones are. What we've got is peas, garlic. Need a bit of salt, actually, for this one.
OK, chef.
OK,
Yeah.
in there, I've just got to give that a little mix up. We've got some chicken stock. We've got some red onion. And then also we've got a bit more garlic in there as well. This is the chicken stock flavour is going to come through lovely. Finish it with a bit of cream at the end and mint, and then I'm going to drop brie through it and blitz it, and we'll have a pea, mint and brie soup with crusty garlic crouton in fact. So
Very nice indeed.
So cool, yeah.
Crusty garlic crouton. Looking good on the other side there.
Right,
Let's
you
put
can
it on that angle.
grate that for me.
Okay.
Zest that on
Lovely.
for me. I'll get that out of your way.
OK.
OK, just past halfway now, guys. Halfway has just gone. So less than 10, all right. Now, what about your catering business? When did you decide to begin that? Because originally, am I right, you were in marketing?
Yes, that's right, and I still do a bit of freelance marketing. But I just started my business just about a few months ago, actually. But I've always loved cooking, and I seem to spend most of my time in the kitchen. So I just thought, well, actually, let's try and make some money from it.
And do you actually get a bit of help from your friend Bridget now and then?
Every now and then, yes, I'll run some ideas past her and I'll say, oh my gosh, that was a complete disaster, like with some little pastry cases that I made.
Yeah.
It was actually for a birthday do. And I took them over to her and I said, look, you better just have them with the kids because they just look dreadful. And she went, no, hang on a minute. So actually she's got some whipped cream, put some whipped cream in it, topped it with some raspberries, a sprig of mint, a little bit of icing sugar, and it looks fabulous.
Icing sugar. You've been watching Ready, Steady, Cook, haven't you, Bridget? That's where you get all your ideas.
my secret.
Now she knows, darling. You can use that all the time. Fantastic. Now, it's something that you want to develop, you want to build up over a period of time?
Absolutely. I mean, I've already started with, I've already got a few clients, so I'm doing canapé evenings, drinks, children's parties, birthday parties, all that sort of thing.
It's great.
So
it's very, very
really
rewarding
enjoying it.
too. It's hard work.
It's a lot of work.
Listen, I know. And what about this charity work that you're doing? What's that?
Well, basically, one of my marketing jobs was at an agency that launched the NSPCC Full Stop campaign.
Oh, that's a really successful campaign. Lovely.
Yeah, really enjoyed working on it.
A lot of people got behind that.
Yeah, quite hard work sometimes, you know. It's quite harrowing, some of the stories
Everything's
that you have
hard
to read.
work. Look at these boys. They're flying like mad, aren't they, eh?
I know. I better hurry up, actually. I'll get told off. But, so that was very, very rewarding, actually, and I enjoyed that. So.
Lovely. We'll talk again.
Okay.
Chef, what are you doing?
Just getting a cut split garlic clove.
Yeah, 8 minutes.
Enhance that flavour, so the oil soaked in there. The hot oil takes on the garlic flavour.
Okay,
Very
and
simple.
why brush it across it? We've heard it many times before. There's probably people thinking, why you didn't do that
because
before?
you get that sharp garlic flavour that comes through that's going to work wonderfully with the brie and the mint and the peas and everything. It's all about taste.
Yeah, and it's the fact that you've heated this up,
Exactly,
guys,
yep.
and then you start to rub it. Remember, as you cook garlic, it sweetens. It's just not so powerful, all right? Sometimes you roast it off, and it's almost like you pop it into your mouth, and there's a totally different type of flavour that comes through. All right, we've got the butternut squash chips in the oven here. Let's have a look at those because they look pretty amazing.
All right,
Okay. Wow.
Right, so that's got a bulgur wheat crust on it, Ains.
Yeah.
And over here, you see how it's starting to soak up. We're going to finish with the herbs.
Okay.
Tomato, chicken stock, garlic in there as well. The sunblush tomatoes, your bay leaf that you put in kindly. And let that flavour come in. That's all
right then, and we've got the lovely butternut squash chips there too. A little bit of sesame seed on the top. You can ground some nuts down if you want. What's about happening here then,
Right,
Jeff?
chicken, as you can see, nice and big, but very moist. It's starting to feel firm. This is what we want. You want to keep that moist flavour. So here we go. Whack it over. That's going to come out in another few minutes.
Slap up that
All
lid.
coming
Let's
up,
go back down to the red tomato kitchen. Let's see how Chef Nick Nairn's getting on here. We've got some lovely spinach leaves that have, some of them have just been lightly salted off. A little bit of garlic in there, Chef, or something?
Yeah, I'm just going to make a nice little chilli dressing to go with this. That's them salted down. That's my duck dish. Yeah. Okay, that's a slightly different sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right, so we make a sauce in here. Right, listen. Sauce to go with the duck. So that was the yellow legs, just sweated down with some garlic and some shallot. And now we're going to add in some red wine, reduce that down. We're going to add a little bit of beef stock into there. Beef stock cube in here.
Just to introduce a little bit of flavour into there, yeah?
Okay. Then we'll just finish that with a little bit of butter. Then
do you want this, chef, or not?
No, let's
Pastry's dead? Oh, all right, lovely.
Thank you.
Now, allotment 7 years, has it sort of encouraged you to maybe enter competitions or anything like that?
Well, they have an allotment show, and 6 years ago I managed to win the Novice Cup. Obviously,
congratulations, that's fantastic.
You can only win it once, because it is the Novice Cup. But yes, it's inspired me to carry on. We've had our ups and downs. Obviously, the cabbage often gets eaten by the caterpillars, but, you know, they have a bit, we have a bit. So share and share alike.
Yeah. And it's just a nice community up there. Allotments is a real... we've had people before come on the programme and talk about how difficult it is to find get yourself a space. There's a waiting list and everything.
Not at all. I mean, most of our allotment holders move on quite often change plots.
Do you think that's that kind of London, something associated with London then, maybe?
Yes, but once we've got the bug, it's very difficult to get out of gardening.
I just love it. I love it. I find it therapeutic just mowing my lawn and digging up a few things and pulling out a few weeds. It's just the basic things. I know, darling. I know. So they got all sorts of things. Hey, chef, what are we doing?
Should we make that pesto? Okay, yeah. Well, just this sort of very, very quick thing here. We've got a little bit of pastry left, so we're going to take some of this sort of herb puree and spread it over the top, like so. And then we're just going to fold that in. Voila. And if we fold it in and then fold it over again, like so. And then we're just going to cut these down into what they call little palmiers.
Okay.
And then we'll
straight onto the tray.
Straight onto the tray. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Which way up? That way up there?
Sideways up like that. Yeah. Like so.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll just whack those in the oven, and they'll make a nice little side dish to go with the salad, which we're just about to put together.
Got any egg dressing left on top? Do you want to?
Yep. We've got a little bit here, so we just give us a quick blast on the top.
4 minutes to go.
And these take about 4 minutes to cook, actually. Yeah.
Oh, somehow I thought he'd say that. Hey, we got
Perfect after 4 minutes.
Little herby numbers going on here. And
right. So can you get some butter for me? Yeah. Just shake that butter in. Just cut a little bit of butter.
Chef. Just cut a little bit of butter. I've got to find some space.
Right, watch your fingers.
Yep,
watch your fingers. Take a bit of butter. Half of that. And shake it in there, okay?
Nick,
just keep the pan going.
This off from here because I've got no space in the oven.
That's it. It's nearly done anyway. Just keep shaking the pan, okay? Until it's melted. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Right.
Beautiful.
In these go here.
Let's get those in there. 3.5 minutes they're going to have now. Sorry, chef, perhaps a little bit less. All right then. And what about escapism? What do you do to get away from it all?
Well, we tend to sort of go down together and we'll take a bottle of wine and maybe sit on the deck chairs and watch the plants grow a little bit, maybe pick something, plant something, and then we sort of have another glass of wine.
Yeah, really, I know. And then it just all sort of drifts away, doesn't it?
That's right.
And Nick, I've got to say that Bridget's got something in common with you. She loves to go sailing.
Really? What kind of sailing are we talking here?
Oh, I've done everything in my time. Dinghy sailing.
Big boats, dinghy sailings? What kind of dinghies?
Big boats, National 12.
Oh, right, yes.
Bars. All sorts, really. A mirror. We own a mirror now.
Everybody starts at some time in a mirror dinghy.
Yes.
And do you cook? Get it on that heat.
We do, yes. We have been known to cook. We had a particularly good trip to Ireland where we sailed to Kinsale. It's very beautiful.
Oh, Kinsale is gorgeous, isn't it?
Unfortunately, we picked fairly bad weather. We had pork with cider and prunes. Very bad news.
I bet you that didn't stay down very long in bad weather, did they?
We don't want too much information. We don't want to know the pork.
It wasn't very romantic.
Hey, all the fish were hanging around for a meal, and all I know, darling, I know, over the side. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, the food has been cooked, it's been displayed. All sorts of things are happening here. The chefs do have 2 minutes to finish off their food, so start thinking about how they're going to present it now. That's going to be really interesting. Over here, we've got that little sort of that culinary ability of Marie Claire. She's showing what she can do to jazz up that lovely bit of oh, look, that's very nice. What have you done there? Do you remember what went in there?
Orange peel, vanilla.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. What else? Lots of cream, milk.
Sugar.
Sugar.
And then you just
caramelised those, yeah. Just orange segments with caster sugar, and then blowtorch, which was
ever done that before?
Experience. No.
No, first time for everything. It looks particularly attractive. OK, 1.5 minutes to go. Let's get all this food out, guys. Time is of the essence. There you go.
Right, sorry.
Now, what about a nice drink for you? Would you like some red or white wine? Mary Claire?
Some red.
Some red. OK, my love. And a nice glass of red. Let's get that perfect glass there for you. Here we are. Now, what are you doing there, Chef? Is that your
just
little sauce?
passed off with red wine reduction. All it was some onion, passed off, obviously, with butter and everything else.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that around this chicken.
OK.
Shall I just grab out now?
Let's grab the chicken out there. Here we are, Chef. Pull that tray out. There you go.
Brilliant.
OK.
Right.
And we've got our lovely rice in here too.
Yep, which I've got a bowl ready for there. So, Mary Claire, if you want to get a spoon, very hot handle.
Yeah.
That's a very, very hot handle, Mary Claire. Let me get you... here we are, my darling. That's OK. You have to come round this side, my darling.
Yes, of course.
There we are. And just kind of fork that up there, and then you can just grab hold of that. There we are. There's a clock there. Don't touch that. That's it, there, in that bowl there.
OK.
OK, about 25 seconds to go now, ladies and gentlemen. You're voting for what the chefs did with the ingredients they were given. Think about
James,
that.
more or less.
OK, about 20
Just keep
seconds
going.
there.
Get a nice bit of colour in there with this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Quickly! Wow, they were flying, weren't they? So was I for a while there. To remind you of what our chefs began with, James Tadahan in this bag, a chicken breast, some bulgur wheat, butternut squash, peas, brie, some blushed tomatoes and a red onion, whilst Nick Nairn started off with a duck breast and speck, puff pastry, spinach, bird's eye chilli, wild mushrooms and shallots. Well, ladies and gentlemen, food for the neighbours, best of friends. Are you still going to be? Go on, first of all, get stuck into that, Marie Claire. Tell us what you think. It looks very exciting. Chef, what are you going to call it?
We butter not be bulgur because it will make us blush.
Hey!
Well done.
And tell us what you do with your ingredients.
Right, OK, so the sweet potato, we crusted it up with the bulgur wheat at the end. We finished it with curry powder, paprika, turmeric, and then I put some oregano on it as well. And basically you get that crunchiness with it from the bulgur wheat. Yeah. We've got the soup here now. This was the peas, the garlic, the chicken stock in there. Blitzed up with some brie as well. A little bit of cream in the end, only minimal. Should be nice and rich. Garlic croutons, can't go wrong, really nice. Braised bulgur wheat with the sun-blushed tomatoes, the onions, the chicken stock, the garlic, the bay leaf that you put in, straight in the oven, and you just keep stirring it and make sure it doesn't go too thick. Chicken wrapped with some of Nick's speck. We've got the cheese going through there. Now here, this is just a light pea puree, and then we've got a red wine reduction, which was onions, red wine, finished with butter, passed off, and then this one worked out a treat. I had a little taste before I served it. Vanilla, milk, which we cooked it out in, orange juice and zest as well, and then Mary Claire kindly glazed me some orange segments at the top, and basically it's kind of like a smoothie rice pudding. Because it's worked out really soft, isn't it? Don't you think?
It works really well with bulgur wheat. I'm really surprised.
Really nice.
It's delicious. It's all fantastic. Thank you.
Well done. Well done. There you go. And she's a cook. She's very complimentary. You got something in your oven, mate?
Oh, yes. The way in a wee world, man.
You're just keeping those warm.
The palmiers, yes.
Yeah.
So they're they're feather-light. They're nearly flying away, Ains.
Palmiers, we have something very similar to the old petivier there, all sorts of lovely sort of French culinary
biscuits,
terms.
Basically, little herby biscuits.
What about, Gordon, sorry, Bridget, you do have a taste, my darling. What are you going to call them, Chef?
This is all very high spec, this food.
Spec.
Give
a round of applause, make him happy. High spec. All right, what did you do?
Well, first of all, we made this lovely little tart here, and I was a bit worried that it wasn't going to work. It's actually worked out really well. So that was just a disc of puff pastry, and then draw with a knife round the edge, cut sort of halfway through. Some of James's very kindly bartered brie over the top with the shallots and the garlic, then softened off in a bit of olive oil, and the speck over the top, and then just put that through the oven about 10 minutes or so. This is kind of like the eggy version of it. So this was like a frittata, but this time we've got the spinach and we've got the yellow leg mushrooms, a little bit of the brie, a little bit of the speck through there as well. This was the duck breast was cooked off, and I made a sauce by sauteing off the mushrooms in a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic, some red wine, some beef stock, took that down, finished that with a little bit more butter, wilted down the spinach with some garlic and some lemon juice, and a little puff disc here, just in here. And then these, we made a really nice garlicky, herby paste, sort of like pesto without the cheese, and spread it on some of the puff pastry and rolled them up and then cut them in egg wash and baked them through the oven.
And this is a salad made with spinach and orange and shallot, and we made a sort of sesame chili dressing. I should actually have a few sesame seeds on top of there. Some finely shredded up duck breast, but then the dressing was finished with a hot duck fat from the roasting juices.
And I think as Nick gets older, he's beginning to sound more and more like Lloyd Grossman. Orange dressing. Fantastic.
The dressing's lovely, though.
What do you
it's lovely
think?
and hot.
Yeah? Everything's really lovely. You enjoying it all?
I want to try those when I get home, definitely.
Fantastic. We've already given Bridget 1 or 2 ideas, ladies and gentlemen. But have they fed enough ideas to our studio audience? What are they going to decide on? The green peppers or the red tomatoes? Let's find out as we ask them all to please vote now. And up they go. Well, look at this. You can see today it's a green pepper day! Congratulations. There you go, £100 money there for you, my darling. Thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you, really enjoyed it.
Hey, well done, my man. Well done, yeah. Well, you're going home armed not only with a couple of Nick's dishes that you want to try, but also with a lovely Really Silly Cook hamper. Enjoyed it?
I'm very happy, yes. I've learned a lot about cooking today, so I shall take it home.
It's nice to pick up 1 or 2 tips, isn't it, from our professionals?
Yeah,
and well done, Nick.
Good sport.
A bit of food.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
Always a pleasure, mate.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Come and join us over here, guys, because once again, it's quickie bag time, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 2 lovely ladies on the programme today who are the best of mates. Still? I think so. It's Marie-Claire and Bridget. There you go. Do with this little lot this afternoon.
What do we got?
OK. We've got a sweet potato. We've got 10 minutes. I think there's a microwave job there, boys. We've got a packet of rice. We've got a couple of tins of white crab meat, which I kind of have as a standby and knock up with some noodles. You talked about that lovely sort of chilli thing one day with me. But I'm talking in terms of chilies, ladies and gentlemen. They're included in our Thai packet here with the ginger. I think it's our kaffir lime leaves and...
lemongrass.
Lemongrass. It's all in there too. Kalangol. Is that Kalangol ginger? I'm not sure. A red pepper and some coconut cream. So... there you go. A lot for our chefs to ponder on, but they have to get on with it because we've not got much time. Nick.
Right. You can do some lovely little crab cakes with a nice Thai dipping sauce. And there's also a really nice Thai vegetable curry in here, a nice sort of green curry with the rice. And there's also a bit of a sort of veggie stir-fry thing going on with just kind of plain sort of coriander and lime rice, whereas, yeah, that's actually, right, stir-fry, curry, fish cakes, and that would...
That'd probably do you a lot.
Actually, no. You can also do a lovely little crab omelette. I love a crab omelette.
I love a crab omelette too.
Yeah.
Love it. OK, your time's up there. Over to you, James.
Right, OK. Grate the sweet potato, mix it with the crab, and do sweet potato and crab pancakes. That's one way of cooking it quickly as well. We could do a Thai-style coconut broth using all the ingredients. With some rice for it. And then we could also do a pad thai, but without noodles, but with rice. So that's basically an omelette wrapped rice, but the rice will be full of the crab and the pepper and all of the Thai stuff as well. And also we could put a little red pepper sauce around our pancakes.
Lovely. OK, lots of lovely little things going on there, but what do our studio audience want to say? I know you're probably shouting at the camera at home, but... they have a choice here. Green peppers or red tomatoes? Go on, guys. Hold up those cards and let's see who's going to win this afternoon's quickie bag. Ooh. What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm just waiting for you to hand me that part.
You're right, mate. I'm going to hand it to you. Let's get cooking. OK, Chef, your 10-minute cooking time starts. All right. Now, let's do it. What can we do for you?
Can you do some pancakes for me, please?
The pancakes?
Yeah, and a bit of red pepper sauce, that'd be splendid.
Right.
Okay, and
George,
open
open your tins as
Oh,
well.
you're a star.
I'm good at that, yeah.
Okay. You good? You OK? Opening?
Yeah, no, so I've got all the good jobs.
Dear. Me toes. Oh, dear. OK, Chef, what can I do for
Cook,
you?
I don't know, can you work that mic for me?
Right.
Can you do the microwave for me?
Doing microwave? Yeah, we're just going to open this up. What's it say? Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, lovely. OK. Beautiful. I'll do that for you. And what are you going to do with it when I open this up?
Right, well, we're going to obviously cut some of this veg up and get things really boosted with the chilli and everything. Bit of soya in there as well. Got a couple of pans on, got a wok on ready. I'll start chopping this. If you can do an omelette for us.
Yeah.
So we have an omelette ready to wrap it all in, Ainsley.
No problem. Consider that done. And The old pad thai. Have you been to Thailand then?
I've been a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it's usually with noodles and it's wrapped up in
I know, mate. And they put the chilli and they make it on the street.
It's beautiful,
sensational, isn't it? Just wonderful the way they do it. It's all so quick and so easy and just sort of flows through. OK. What about you, Nick? You ever been across Thailand?
Yes, ages ago. Don't remember much about it.
What were you doing, Nick?
I was in the Navy, so it was like, you know, Thailand one day, Singapore the next day.
Oh, I see.
Indonesia the next day.
Oh, right.
Done it all, seen it, got the T-shirt, all that stuff, yeah.
In the Navy?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah? Lovely. I'd love to see you in a uniform.
There is one day, there's a photograph I will let you see.
Really?
Yeah, but not now.
How about that, eh? Nick in a naval uniform.
Age 17.
Oh, fantastic.
Milk bottle white.
Well, I've known you the best part of 12 years. You've always been a good-looking man. There's no denying that.
No, not this photograph, I'm not. Legs like pipe cleaners.
OK, coconut there, chef.
Lovely. Right.
Next, you've got the ginger.
Yeah, I'm just getting a bit of the ginger. And I'm going to put some of this. This is for my broth as well. So actually, after that's starting to cook down, we'll add some of the coconut milk to it.
OK.
And we're just going to infuse it.
Bit of garlic too, or not?
A bit of garlic. Also the crab, obviously, that we're going to drop through.
OK, I'll get some of that crab from Nick.
So just dice up this garlic.
Much crab do you need? There you go, you can have the rest of that.
Thank you very much, Nick.
OK,
lovely.
Chef, thank you very much
And you want
indeed.
half of the pepper as well?
Yes, please.
Lovely. And what are you doing? You actually making little cakes or something with that?
Pancakes.
Yeah.
We call them pancakes, you call them drop scones.
OK.
But it's basically just self-raising flour, a couple of eggs, and they go there. Bit of milk.
OK, Chef, there you are. A bit of garlic there.
Lovely.
Just want to
Bit of
chop that up
baking
and put that in
Yeah,
there.
brilliant, my man.
OK. Your rice is ready here, Chef.
Excellent.
All right, then.
Right.
Let's a little bit of crab juice. You don't want the juice in there, do
Yes,
you?
please, I do. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Only a bit, not a lot, in case it's salty.
OK, let's have a little taste.
All right. So basically,
A bit salty.
we're just going to bring it all up to a simmer. We'll check it in a minute, and then we've got a bit left over. The rest of the crab we're going to stick with our stir fry, which I'm just cutting the veg for now.
Lovely. Do you want a few flecks of chilli going through there?
Yes, please. Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be brilliant if you could slice that for me.
All right, then.
Right, so I'm just going to cut this pepper up, do a quick stir fry, and then we're going to add that to our cooked off rice. Also, with some of the rice, and this will help thickening it, I'm putting some of the rice into the Thai broth as well.
Oh, lovely. OK.
About so much. So we drop that through. That'll also help thicken it and there you go, snip the knife.
OK.
Okay, brilliant.
There we are, Chef.
Slice this up. Bit of chilli in there for a bit of fire in the zones.
OK, yeah, a little
Lovely.
bit of firiness going in there.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. OK, nearly lost that. What about the remainder of the crab there, Chef? What do you want me to do?
Crab
with that?
I'm going to put through this rice now.
Oh, and it's going for the omelette, isn't
exactly,
it?
yeah.
OK,
Exactly.
lovely.
Yeah, cool. So I'm just going to get that pan's nice and hot.
All right, then.
This is seriously hot, so we're going to put the garlic in there. A bit more of the lemongrass, I've got one left. Kefir lime leaf, lovely citrusy flavour. The oils have it come out.
OK.
Bruise the lemongrass like this. There is a reason I'm doing it. It releases a lot more juice and a lot more flavour.
It's all that lovely oil that you get in there.
Exactly, yeah.
OK, we do have a question, gentlemen. This is from John Davidson via an email. I bought a bottle of wild garlic sauce on a whim in Scotland last year. Can you tell me what I can use it for or what I can put it on?
Is this an Ainsley Harriott product?
Oh, wouldn't you like that, Nick? Wouldn't you like that? Coming into your territory.
Well,
so what about that, Chef? The idea of a wild garlic sauce, what do you think we could do with it?
Well, wild garlic is it's fabulous stuff. It's called ransoms, and you find it in the spring. And it's a green leaf rather than a bulb.
Yeah.
And it has a particularly sort of pungent garlic flavour.
Yeah.
So, immediately I'm thinking, pasta, or I'm thinking mushrooms. I'm thinking mushrooms sautéed off, a bit of the wild garlic sauce, and maybe some cream and finishing it off with some fresh herbs.
Beautiful.
That kind of a thing is what it's saying to me.
What about you then, Chef?
Well, I think Nick summed it up. If you could get some chicken, maybe saute him off, bit of garlic in there, some fresh basil and some just jazz it up really. Stuff like that is really going to make
Beautiful. OK, there's the omelette, guys. Remember, nice hot wok. We didn't use a wok because we haven't got another saucepan. We used it because you can literally roll it around. It gives you that flexibility of rolling it around the pan. That is your basis. You put all your stuff inside there, your pad thai.
Sorry, Ainsley.
Oh, that knocked me out there. It knocked both of us out. As James was saying, normally a lot of noodles going in there and your prawns. Literally anything can be combined and it's like creating a little bit of a vessel there to hold your meat.
Beautiful.
I'll just leave that there for you, chef.
Excellent stuff. Right, now,
Wow,
in the
that's
meantime,
kicking up there, isn't it? Eh? Those chilies are just hit there straight away.
If you've got some crab in there already, haven't you? Because I'm going to put some more crab in here.
Yeah, no, I'll put all the crab that you need in there, so you can just lace that with a lot of crab.
So here's the rest of the crab. Now, the reason it was spurred up, I just hit it with a lot of, not a lot, but soy sauce.
Yeah.
OK, so obviously it's added a load of flavour. Finish it with lime juice at the end, so it's not too rough.
OK, bit of that rice. Do you want the rest of the rice into the broth?
Into the broth, please. Yeah, that's brilliant. Now that's come up, I've got to turn the heat down on that.
OK.
Because otherwise it's going to stew.
OK,
it's that one.
That's it.
Lovely.
That's
the garlic in
down
there.
now. Beautiful.
Now,
and that's looking really good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give you an idea so you can have a look at all the lovely ingredients that we've got in here. I just kind of strain a little bit of that off. You can see the crabs in there. It's combined with the kaffir lime leaves, and we've got little flecks of chilli and the rice in there. Just a nice broth, and kind of, it actually ends up as a meal as opposed to just having a little bit of a light soup before you eat.
some sweet corn would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Sweet corn would just finish that off beautifully,
Classic.
my man. OK, Nick, tell us about your lovely red sauce there, mate.
OK, that's just blitzed down a half a pepper with a little bit of water in a food processor.
2 minutes.
And then strained it through a fine sieve into a hot pan. I'm just reducing it down now, a tablespoon of sugar, a little squeeze of lemon juice in there, and it gives you a really nice red pepper syrup, which we're going to serve with the pancakes. Now, I've got a couple more in there.
Pancakes.
But because they're quite thick, Ains, what I've done is I've got them coloured up nicely there, and then I've just popped them onto a baking sheet and finishing them. Oh,
They just look brilliant. They just look brilliant. Was that a bit cold? Put it in that oven
That's
then.
a good idea.
Yeah, the oven's there. 1.5 minutes to go.
Yeah,
there you go.
It just needs 1.5 minutes in a hot oven. I was looking at them and thinking,
yeah, wow,
they should be kind of puffing up. And
absolutely. Tell us about your red pepper sauce then, chef.
Well, this is something that I've seen Anthony doing a couple of times, and he nicked off. Do you remember we had that French guy in the show?
Yeah.
Years ago. Well,
It was him that originally did it, wasn't you? Your sweet pepper sauce.
No,
I've done it before, but I don't know.
Carry on, chef. You were saying.
No, you haven't. I asked you if you'd done it before and you said you hadn't. Anyway, it's just the juice and the pepper, and then sugar and lemon juice, and you reduce it down until it's nice and thick, and it's just a red pepper essence.
Oh, beautiful. Lovely red pepper essence. OK, there's your pad thai omelette, ladies and gentlemen. Looking unbelievably lovely. All right, then, cool. Just put that on there.
Finish it with the coriander for the soup.
OK, chef, and you want that ladled into the that soup. Let's get a cloth around that if something that's a little bit too hot. OK, there
lovely.
we are, chef.
Beautiful. That goes straight on.
OK, 30 seconds to go now. Oh, I know, we're hurrying up. We're going as quick as we can. Don't you worry about that. There we are. Beautiful. 20 seconds to go.
Right, did here? Good. Yep.
There we are. Look at all that. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking! Well done, my man. Brilliant.
Cheers, Randy.
And, oh, that essence, the colour of that is just
beautiful,
so vibrant, isn't it? It really just kind of shines through. Very, very nice touch. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you've missed any of these recipes, they are available on CFAX or our website. But first, what are you going to call this then, chef?
I think tie a sweet potato round the old crab meat.
That's a clever play of words there, isn't it? We like a bit of that. And what did you do with all your ingredients?
Right, OK, so we put the rice in the express rice that you put in the mic for us. We used some of the Thai bag selection, so I bruised up the lemongrass, we put the chilli in there as well. We filled it with the rice, but then lime juice at the end, and also some of that lovely soy sauce as well. So no seasoning because I didn't want the salt content. Coriander as well is the main key, that little essence of herb from Thailand or from Asia. And then to the crab, we used a bit of stock, in this case chicken stock, and fish stock, wasn't it? Because it was crab, obviously. You put some of the crab in, we've got coriander in there as well. Obviously the coconut broth and the chilli, so it's got a bit of a kick to it as well.
Punchy. Good chilli.
Well, that really comes through, yeah.
Beautiful.
And then obviously we've got Nick's red pepper sauce and the sweet potato and crab cakes.
Yeah. I mean, I've never tried these before, and the one thing I did find out is that by the time they were coloured up, they weren't quite cooked through, so bang them through the oven just for a couple of minutes to finish cooking through, and they puff up nicely.
Lovely. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you all very much indeed. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this afternoon. Do join us again for more culinary inspiration on Ready, Steady, Cook very soon. From all of us. Bye-bye.